Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Well, I got this cracked and broken micro drain and it wasn't draining properly. This drains over from, well, there's two types of micro drains. This one has a replaceable cap. The other kind doesn't. Now this kind you can pull off the cap and clean it out. On this one, parts of it were siliconed in, which silicone's a good idea for kind of securing the cap, because sometimes with expansion and contraction the cap can pop off. You don't want it to be a tripping hazard. But this basically drains into a gravel well in a little sump here where it's distributed through some gravel so that it can drain. But this built up with a lot of soil in the channel. What worked good here was a 1/2 inch chisel. It's perfect kind of size. You can kind of turn it to the side just a little bit and then you can pull it out and pull all the dirt out. It's about the best tool I found for getting the dirt out, and then just sweep it up and you know, put it in a planter bed or something. But this one all broke apart. Again, the nice feature of this type of micro drain is you can replace the cap. There's other types of micro drain where it's a sealed unit, and that kind of sucks because after a while, it being in the sun and everything, it gets brittle and then starts cracking, and you know, it is what it is. So this one is slicing through the silicone to take off the cap and then popping it up with the chisel. My big mistake in doing this job was using my foot like a sledgehammer. You definitely want to use like a block of wood and a hammer to put this stuff back in. And I had a lot of foot pain after doing the job. There's three types of cuts when you're doing this. I'll show them in a little bit here. But there's a 45, a 90, and a straight cut. When you're taking a turn, you never want to do a straight cut, you know, what you call a butt joint. You don't want to do a straight cut because then you're going to be blocking your channel, and you really want to do the 45 or 90 cut where you're meeting up the micro drain, and that way it's a continuous channel and can drain properly. Found all kinds of bugs in there, snails, worms, and just a lot of soil, so clearing all that out so it can drain properly and do the job. This particular micro drain was probably about 7 years old. I'd done multiple repairs to it, and it was time to just replace the caps. As you know, it'd been a lot nicer to have all one piece. It does come in different colors. This one I found kind of an orangish tan one, and then the gray. And the part that crosses the walkway, I decided to go with the tan color. Like you can see here, there's a 90 cut, and right here is a 45 cut. And then you'll see it put in. Now I went with the tan colored across the walkway, or the peach or orange across the walkway. That way it's a little bit more visible. And there's the 45 joint there, 45 cut on, and yep, so got it all cleared out, fit in, and swept up. And there is the finished going across the concrete. You can see where they saw cut the concrete originally to install the drain, the micro drain. And here it is all in again. This goes into the drain on the right hand side. You see the green grate cover there. And it's just from a walkway where there was poor drainage, and this can be an option for getting drainage. Now here was my big mistake, using my foot like a sledgehammer. It's not a sledgehammer. I had extreme pain for several weeks. I still have it, still have pain from that. And this is the way I should have done it: a block of wood, and then not going to feel any pain. A block of wood's going to take the pain. It's a block. Yeah, but live and learn. Sometimes you have to learn the same lesson over again if you didn't learn it the right way the first time. And yep, I'm learning it now. Pain is a brutal teacher, but it does learn you well, if you choose to learn from it, that is. Okay, and the final thing here is if you have any sharp edges, well, you might want to silicone places that meet up and also close to stuff, but the final thing is filing down any sharp edges. You don't want anyone stepping on anything and, you know, cutting a foot or whatnot. That'd be miserable. So just filing down any sharp edges and siliconing over where things meet It can be a good way to hold it in. If you need to bring it up at any point in the future, you could just slice through the silicone with a box cutter and pull it back up. And don't forget to check out the Kung Fu Maintenance ebook. The link is in the description below the video, along with the tools and parts used in a lot of the videos you can find in the video descriptions below. Hope you liked it.